Welcome back, guys, to another SCPH replay cast, and joining me is the man, the myth, the legend himself, PandaUser. What's up, Mr. Panda? Welcome back. It's been a while since we've been together on the StarCraft stage, but I cannot have anyone else but you, my friend. How you doing?
Doing good. Came from a good dinner.
Came from a good dinner, but now it's time for you to feast on some StarCraft 2 action, and let's introduce our players right here, right now. On the top left, we are gonna have the red Protoss. That is Crunk. What a name, Crunk. What can you say about that, Panda?
Crunk that soldier boy.
Crunk that soldier boy indeed. And this might be the flip-top battle we're waiting for here on the bottom right of Nightshade. It is gonna be that blue Terran DLSMIZEL. Mizzle for shizzle. Sounds like that one. And I was told by Mizzle basically of what the name means. It's basically his name jumbled around. So we'll just call him Mizzle, you know, we'll just call him Mizzle, make sure it's all okay, that kind of thing, not really exposed, no DDoS here, ladies and gentlemen, in that front. So we are going to be on Nightshade, has a lot of ramps, Mr. Panda, a little hard to wall on in, but doesn't matter, you're not playing against Zerg. It's going to be PVT yet again. And what's the one thing you like about PVT?
Well, in a Terran's perspective, drop plays are always the best thing because, yeah, as you said before, it's hard to wall off, but it's so easy for the Terrans to be playing drop mechanics. For the Protoss player, maybe more on I'd like to see a Tempest Rush because that's still in play, you know. It happened most of the time, but it's how the Terran reacts to everything.
It's been a while since I heard a Tempest Rush, that's for sure. Like, you can get some Stargate action, sure, but it is usually that Oracle opening, maybe 2, maybe 3, get those Pulsar beams on, Status Ward, always pretty potent. But in the meantime, look at this! A pretty early Robo facility here from Crunk, not even going for the Warp Gate research as of yet. Will this be instant immortals into this one? Second base also being built here by our boy Crunk. And look at his clan tag, Muggle. So this guy is a rapper by day and a wizard, but not a wizard actually. He's the complete opposite of a wizard by night. But what do you call a wizard fan? Like if you have weeaboos, what do you call a Harry Potter boo? Potterhead.
Potterheads.
Yes,
they're
sir.
Potterheads. Yeah. Now I remember.
Dude, I once took the test and it gave me Gryffindor. I got the hat too. Give me the lion. How about you? Do you know your house? Oh, okay, that's very deserving. No worries.
Oh,
Okay, so anyway, let's talk about the game. We are gonna see a Sentry to start things off. So this has to be the Sentry Immortal Stalker composition here coming in from Crunk. It is pretty potent, has a lot of utility, has a lot of different abilities as well to move around. Immortals can get tanky. Garnish Shield is a must as well. And Mizzle will have to look to respond if this one has set up the 1-1-1 already. He is gonna have the 3 after tech on the factory. But look at what he's building, Panda. That's a lot of Widow Mines coming our way.
yeah. Well, the Warp Gate isn't even being researched right now. Sorry.
It's okay. Yeah, so Warp Gate's not being researched, so it really is gonna be those Sentries and Immortals as the bulk. But as you were saying about the Widow Mines. Yeah? Widow Mines. Lot of them. There's
a lot of them.
There's a lot of them, and this might be, you know, this might be Vietnam or something. Because this is looking scary here for Mizzle, honestly. He is only setting up with the mines. Doesn't have too much in behind all of this. He has a medipack, sure, but only 1 Marine. So will this be a Hero Marine going for its own drop? 1 man in, and the Doomslayer is coming back to haunt you. Dude, the Doomslayer, Doom just came out. Well, what?
Yeah. Oh, the Immortal's gonna die immediately.
Will it die? Oh my god, it did die! It did die! Crunk just let that Immortal walk in and take all of that. Seems like he wasn't ready. But oh, this is gonna be a little big brain play here from Mr. Crunk. Sends in the hallucinated Colossus. Interesting enough, it isn't marching on in. And usually you want to have something behind the Colossus to actually take down these Widow Mines, but I guess whatever. Trying to get the shots on. There you go.
It's a curious game. Like, the Warp Gate isn't even going down right now.
Yeah, I'm very interested. This is the first time I've seen a Protoss completely forgo Warp Gate. Like, I was thinking, okay, you get that early Immortal, you get the Robo Facility, and you pump that first Immortal, then you get Warp Gate, or somewhere in between of that. But he didn't care. He's like, no, I'm not gonna go Gateway.
But I like the Terran's deck right now. He goes for the third, knowing that there's probably other units, but he expands anyway. It's not floating as I thought it would be.
Yeah, and, you know, MIZEL is actually keeping up in terms of the macro. Feels like there's not much of a threat because he took out an Immortal early on, and that is it is a substantial investment at an early point in time for the game. That means it's not going to be Stalkers, not going to be a pair of Stalkers rather, or a pair of Zealots or a pair of Adepts. It's just an Immortal. There you go, that's gone. And right now, it is going to be MIZEL sending in that drop, as you said. Interesting enough though, does expose his intentions with the scan. Here we go with the drop play already. Immortals and Adept are in position. No. One with the mind does go down, going for the hits. And that's gonna be a few workers. Oh, make that a lot of them going down. That's a lot of workers there done and dusted. MIZEL.
It's like at least 12.
Yeah, seems like it. It was really MIZEL getting huge advantage in the worker count. In the worker count right there. And overall, this is Crunk looking a little awkward. He looked to defend that one. The scan was there. Just wasn't enough to take down those Widow Mines to begin with. No pull of the pros, whatever. But he is looking to get into a third. Doesn't seem like he's faking it or whatever, because he is just keeping that probe on idle. And this looks like MIZEL has this game in his own, what do you say, tempo. He is the one setting this up.
Yeah, he's keeping up the harass. He's keeping up the expansion. He's doing good in terms of balancing it out.
Yeah, I like that here from MIZEL. He's playing a standard game per se, besides the very interesting 4 Widowmaker Widow Mine opening. I don't think I've ever seen that. Like, I expected, sure, okay, he is gonna set up a Widow Mine, then get some Hellions. No, it's Widow Mine.
Widow Mines.
Just Widow Mines. Anyway, let's talk about how these two players rather are moving in terms of that sex. Seems like Crunk is angry at Widow Mines. We'll go for the Colossus. We'll get extended thermal lance as well. This does put them pretty much in a safe range to get damage done. But there's one thing I feel is missing from the Protoss. Can you guess what it is, Mr. Panda?
It's the Warp Gate!
It's the Warp Gate! Exactly. 2 bases here for Crunk. And he is just building Colossi behind this. A very questionable approach.
This is the new meta, bro. It's the Robo meta.
The Robo,
pure robotics, man.
Robo Bay meta, but this isn't how I pictured it. You know, this isn't how it's supposed to go, Mr. Panda. But anyway, we are gonna have this one going. Hey, HNX, if you have a weird StarCraft 2 game, feel free to send it in, because this one's looking a little weird already. We are gonna be going on Haijigen as well. And what are you doing? Okay, Stargate, okay. Stargate, Gateway, probably can't say. Okay, dude. Okay, look. Panda. You know that Saren has the standard called 1-1-1, right?
Yeah.
That means 1 barracks, 1 factory, and 1 starports. I guess the Protoss just wants to be better. Has something called the 2-2-2.
The
2-2-2. 2 gateways, 2 stargates, as well as 2 robo facilities. Dude, so smart. I love it.
It's insane, man.
It's insane in the membrane. And Crunk is showing that he really is an innovator right here, right now. But will he be past his prime? That's the real question. Sensor towers are coming on up. MIZEL, having a very well-balanced composition, is focused into the bio. Does have those Medivacs, Vikings, of course, to make sure that he is ready for any Colossi threat. And all I can say for MIZEL, he is just pretty much aware of what's going on to an extent. He saw the Robo Bay a while ago in his engagement. Viking support, very, very essential to keep those Marines and Marauders alive. And overall, a very well-balanced macro game here from MIZEL. He is ahead, of course, as he went for that 3rd base, and he can be looking into a fort. He's playing it slow and steady, and there's nothing wrong with that. You can play defensive if you know you are going to be able to have the advantage.
Yeah. Well, Crunk is researching. He didn't actually research the Warp Gate. I thought he was researching it, but he went for the air weapon. He's going Void Ray, which is pretty much, I don't know, versus Terrans. That's gonna get melted by those Marines.
Yeah, it's not really the best right now. Against Bio, you can say it does have a few uses, especially against like siege tanks, but if you go into mech, the Thors can destroy you too unless there are a good number of them in the first place. So I digress, yeah, the Void Ray not really the best one here. We can get those oracles, might be a little better, but oh, let's go into the drop here onto this third base. Mizzle sets things up, siege tanks with style, able to get in position, going for the hit already. Marines are there to try and protect, but this time it is going to be Void Ray getting the advantage. This is the matchup we were talking about, that they are going to be pretty useful against siege tanks only, but the Marines right now able to still back up punch. 2 Void Rays do go down, not cost effective whatsoever. Medivacs evacuating absolutely nothing. Mizzle gonna use it to scout things out instead. Because on 2, that's natural. We are gonna see the bulk of the army. Siege tanks right now sieging up yet again. Crunk in the meantime coming from behind. Colossi are there, and the Vikings might find the opportunity to fly on in. A little afraid though. The Vikings can go for the push. Not really much anti-air to begin with. Marauders trying to go for the brawl. It's not gonna be enough. And Mizzle right now, not really the best micro per se. He is all army command onto that natural. Right now though, the Vikings finally given the opportunity to destroy everything. And have you watched War of the Worlds, Mr. PandaUser? And that's pretty much it.
Yeah, the humans win.
The humans win because the cold virus is the best. And the 222 opening is not anyhow gonna work. That's for sure.
Enough, bro. The weird lasers aren't enough.
222. You need. I think it needs to be the 333. Maybe one day we'll see the legendary 333. And there you go, GG. Not even called Mizzle. Well deserved that one. It was Mizzle. Hey, I know how to play the game. And Crunk's like, I want to experience everything the Protoss has to offer. Was this an off race or something here from Crunk? But yeah,
it's just getting used to the game.
Maybe. What can you say about Mizzle though? Like, especially since he's the one who sent it in. What can you say about his macro on that instance?
He knows how to split his units. So far, harassing from left and right, which is good. He knows where to place his units. The tech, even the 1-1, that was a good timing. His armor and attack was there. And he knows how to put the sensor towers up, which is actually pretty rare for Terran player these days. Like, instead of just sensor towers, just put a unit out there. But this guy puts up sensor towers, which is good. Vikings, with the mix, he knows how to react, which is also good. Like, I'm liking the playstyle of our Terran player right now.
Yeah, and he can just get on better. So that was a game. That was a game right there.
It was.
It was funny. We had a good back and forth in the first one, and then we had we had that. We had that, and we'll see you guys in the next one. We'll be still keeping on this session.